Good morning, everyone. It is Monday. Ask me anything Monday. You can ask me anything. You bring the questions. I'll bring the answers. I love Mondays. Monday is Ask Me Anything. That's at 8 a.m. Pacific time on IG, 3 p.m. Pacific time on Clubhouse. So if you don't get your questions in now answered, then I am happy to answer them later today on Clubhouse. So please, let's fill up the questions. Team Meltzer, let's put up David at dmeltzer.com. David at dmeltzer.com. Let's put it up there. What a great weekend. I had probably one of the most powerful speaking lineups that we did with the $100 million mastermind. It was amazing. Marshall Falk, then Mike Tyson, then myself, then Jordan Belfort. All within 4 hours, and we were rocking and rolling outside on a stage with the $100 million mastermind. That was after going to the Rams game with Team Meltzer as well. So, all right, the questions are rock and roll. It is Ask Me Anything Monday. We're going to get it going right away. Let's see who on my team wants to put up questions for our community. Most common questions that coaching clients ask about. Most common would be, about worthiness, about being an imposter, about scaling a business. Some of the coaching clients ask about personal relationships. Investing is another big one. So a lot of people don't know the basics of investing. They don't know their timing and risk tolerance. They don't have the 5 daily practices in place. If you want to know how to perceive value and bottom line, they ask about that. Janine's in my private coaching group. She hears it all the time, as well as timing and risk tolerance. And if you don't have that info, just email me. I'll help you. David at dmeltzer.com. If you want my ebook, my audio book, and of course, a signed copy of my book, I'm happy to send that to you. Pay for everything. Don't worry. I will tell you the number one thing that resonates with people is a simple lesson. So as highly complex and vibrational and woo-woo I can get, the thing that vibrates or resonates with everyone that means the most is just saying thank you. I would say the number one piece of advice that I give to people is to say thank you before they go to bed and when they wake up. I have more and more people. I go on stages from, 30 to an hour and a half straight. And, I give it all I have through me, channeling and inspiring and motivating. But yet all the complexities of what I teach resonates down to just saying thank you. And it's Ask Me Anything Monday. So just cancel myself out there. There we go. All right. Wow, the questions are coming in. Here we go. What do you think about education as a pathway to success or focus on entrepreneurship? Well, I'm a both type of person. Formalized education, what I assume you're talking about, is an extraordinary opportunity as long as you look at your timing and risk tolerance of that education that you're receiving. But you should constantly be more interested than interesting. You should constantly be learning. And if you want to apply that education to entrepreneurship, all the better. But I do not think they're mutually exclusive. I think too many people make them separate from each other. But I know a tremendous amount of entrepreneurs that utilize and leverage their educational experience to expedite and accelerate their entrepreneurship journey. If you are thinking of educating yourself in a formal collegiate, graduate school, etc., it's an investment in yourself, right? So think about education as investing in yourself. And just like any other investment, what you want to do is invest in yourself. So if making that investment, you need to know your timing and risk tolerance. Email me if you don't know how to figure that out, right? I have an open-ended question guide, a template to figure out timing and risk tolerance for yourself. Education is an investment in yourself in order to be an entrepreneur, in order to be a doctor, a lawyer, a financial accountant, whatever it is. Any types of education, you need to do a timing and risk tolerance analysis to see if it's the best course for you to obtain your objectives, utilizing your 5 daily practices of what, who, how, now, and of course applying your why. David at dmeltzer.com. If you want to figure out how to figure out your timing and risk tolerance, David at dmeltzer.com. So just reach out to me, not a problema. All right, here we go. Most valuable lesson learned over the weekend. I think clearly the most valuable lesson I learned is there's two types of people: ignorant people and ignorant people, meaning nobody knows what the heck they're talking about. You don't know what you don't know. So the two types of people there are is ignorant, arrogant people that think they know everything but don't. And then there's ignorant, humble people that know they don't know what they don't know, and they live their life with rule number 6, not taking themselves so seriously. So they're asking for help constantly, living in humility. They're receiving so they can give, and they are trying their best to enjoy the consistent, everyday, persistent pursuit of their potential. They know that they don't know. They know that life is about lessons. The lessons will keep on coming until they learn them. That pain will be an indicator, that all the failures, setbacks, and all the resistance that they see is just a propelling force towards what they want, not a punishment against what they're doing. And so through that reconciliation, they realize that they don't know what they don't know. Humility, be on the humble team. The ignorant, humble, not the ignorant, arrogant. It doesn't cause separation, inferiority, superior, worthiness issues, anger, frustration, anxiety, all the things that cause you to interfere with what you already are, healthy, happy, wealthy, and worthy. You can do it. Please utilize humility. That's the big lesson that I learned with my boys, Marshall Falk, Mike Tyson, and Jordan Belfort. Favorite part of your weekend, without doubt, was took Saturday off with the family. In other words, spent the majority of my time watching my son play his tackle football game, taking everybody to the Rams game in our new suite there. And by far, Saturday was the best spent time at the minimum amount of time on my health and the maximum of time with my family. And it was the highlight. I actually left the event in between to go run out and see my mom because that's how much I value myself first, then my family next, then the activity I get paid for. Even if it's Mike Tyson, Belfort, and Marshall Falk, I'm leaving to go see my mom to tell her 4 things, just 4 things. I just went in and told my mom, gave her a little bit of gift and said, I'm happy, I'm healthy, I love you and appreciate you. And that's all she wanted to hear. And then I could take off. I'm happy, I'm healthy, I love you and appreciate you. That's all Mom wants to hear. That's right, Keaton. Welcome, my friend, and happy. Hope my boy Nick had a good 21st birthday. He was enjoying it at the Lowe's Coronado. What are your favorite priorities for this week? Always I have the same non-negotiable priorities. Number 1, my health. If you are healthy, you get as many wishes as you want. Wishing is the greatest gift that you have. 2, if you're not healthy, you only have 1 wish. So my health is my number 1 priority. My family, 30 minutes with my wife, minimum. 30 minutes with my 11-year-old son, Miles, minimum. 2 minutes with each of my teenage daughters, minimum. That means I'm trying to get more, but I just want a minimum of that every day because I know 2 minutes a day is worth more than 2 hours on a Saturday. And a minute a day with my mom to make sure she knows that I'm happy, healthy, love her, and appreciate her. It's that simple. And utilizing time, those are my priorities. Then it goes to the activity I get paid for, the activities I don't get paid for, being a student in my calendar. Do you drink alcohol anymore? I do drink alcohol, but I know my limits. So I do not let alcohol have control of my life anymore. I'm blessed not to have a quantum addiction to alcohol, which would have ruined me. But I do have 1 drink or 1 shot to celebrate with some Jägermeister or something. But I will not allow it to control my life or put me into diminished capacity. I lied to myself for way too many years, and because I could perform at a level that was acceptable when I was hungover or not at my best or, getting in my own way, I used that as an excuse that it wasn't impacting me. For me, it does impact. I don't want to be 90% anymore. I don't want to be 80% anymore. I want to be 100% enjoying the consistent, persistent pursuit of my potential. And I am a big 1 drink person, meaning I think that 1 drink a day, I don't even do that, but 1 drink a day from what I see from people who lived over 100 seems to be of a benefit to the human embodiment. But that's just me. If you have a quantum addiction to it, like I do nicotine, I can't just have, 1 pouch of chewing tobacco. The minute it goes into my mouth, I'll be buying it every single day and living on it. Not true about alcohol for me. God, thank you that I'm not. But appreciate everyone who is understanding what they're addicted to and fighting that battle. So totally get it. How was your first game experience at SoFi? Oh my gosh, I'll never forget it. It was that good. It was that good. I am blessed. I was in tears. I had family, team, friends there, and I was in tears because my wife, like she said, it was like this weird combination of being in the future with the tradition of the past, with the technology of the future, and the size, scope, and scale of the most extraordinary facility we've ever been into. It was like living in a video game while you're in person and all these different dynamics. Wow. It was like a melting pot of sensory bliss. Amazing. That's what SoFi is. If you haven't seen it, been in it, I highly suggest you making the investment and going. What are your non-negotiables? Oh, I already went over those. Number 1, health. 2, family. 3, activity I get paid for and activity I don't get paid for. Understanding, productivity, accessibility, and gratitude. So amazing, amazing, amazing. Keep the questions coming. What was the best lesson you learned from the $100 million mastermind? Wow, there were so many good ones. I learned about Instagram and probably the most valuable of how Instagram works, how important the analytics are in Instagram, and understanding how to maximize the potential that I have with the messages that I give in Instagram. So thank you very much to all of the incredible attendees to the $100 million masterminds. I love being around great people, the greatest instructors. Dan Fleischman, Joel Marion put on the best event that I participate in with the highest level of participants, coaches, instructors, and speakers. And I'm blessed to be there as one of those instructors and speakers. Blessed to be a part of and watch my boy Dan Fleischman just flourish. I've known him for a long time, and talk about mentoring someone that you get mentored by now. It's so much fun to elevate others, to elevate yourself, and that's what Dan Fleischman has done in my life. What was the biggest mistake that attendants of the $100 million mastermind made over the weekend? They didn't take notes, create a process to access those notes, and they didn't ask for help. They didn't take notes, they didn't create a process to access their notes, and they didn't ask for help. Those were the 3 things that the participants could have and should have done better, and it's true about every event that I go to. So take notes, create a system to access those notes, and ask for help. Favorite sport to watch on TV? Football, by far. I love football. I watch it in person, on the phone, on TV. What do you see as some common denominators of success for people from the $100 million mastermind? Well, first, the common denominator is that they all have made over $100 million. So that's pretty cool. And then 2, the next one is they have a desire that they must be what they can be. That seems to be the key common denominator of all successful, highly actualizing people, is they must be what they can be. They have learned to enjoy the consistent, everyday, persistent without quit pursuit of their potential, and you could do the same. Stop looking what other people want for you. Stop looking for what you don't want. Stop looking for what's missing in your life, and you will start looking for what you want and manifesting that. The other common denominator is, as much as they all have, they're still asking for crumbs. Most of the people there, if not all, have limited themselves thinking that they have made so much money already, and they cannot fathom what $1 trillion or $10 trillion or $20 trillion looks like, or what it's like to live between limitlessness and infinity. They're still stuck into the man-made constructs, time, space, money. They have not left the realm of that man-made construct into thoughtfulness. Thoughts are moving at faster than the speed of light, right? We can think about 1,000 years ago. We can think about 1,000 years from now, but we can't travel to 1,000 years ago. And we can't travel to 1,000 years from now. Why? Because thoughtfulness moves faster than the speed of light. Even though the speed of light's moving at 186,000 miles per second, our thoughts move faster than that. And when we start utilizing thoughtfulness, all of the gratitude, forgiveness, accountability, inspiration in order to apply our why to the what, the who, the how, and the now, boom, it shifts the paradigm. and our whole world opens up to a world of limitlessness and infinity, that you can have enough of everything for everyone. Great questions. Here we go. Should I self-publish my book? Great question, one that's commonly asked. Once again, just like education, self-publishing or getting a publisher is an investment in yourself. Understanding your timing and risk tolerance and the opportunities and options of publishing that you have, because not everyone has a publisher. So if you don't have a publisher, then yes, self-publish it. If you have a publisher, then it's just a matter of timing and risk tolerance of what and how and who you want to use that book for. So using the daily practices, taking inventory of your values, aligning which publisher is synergistic, supplementary, or complementary, or aligned with what you want, timing and risk tolerance wise, you will figure out whether to self-publish it or what type of publishing deal to get and have if it's available to you or through you. So there you go. Moreover, let's make it happen here. Cassidy, you got it. I am happy, healthy, wealthy, and worthy. What am I doing to interfere with it? Is being truthful to yourself the only way you vibrate at a higher frequency, or is it one of the traits you need to vibrate at a higher frequency? So frequency is based on the speed of vibration. The earth vibrates the slowest. Plants, animals, humans, sound, and then light, and then thought. And so the highest thought you can have is the truth. And so as you pursue the truth, in that pursuit, you're elevating your awareness, because you can only be aware of that which vibrates equal to or less than you. And so, yes, if you are trying to be truthful to yourself, and we always aren't, but if we are trying, we will be in the practice of elevating our awareness. Awareness is the most powerful thing, especially in the man-made construct of time and light. Why? Because you can learn, for example, when to buy or sell, when to see if something's oversold or overbought. You can also be aware of who will be feeding you and who will be bleeding you. All of these distinctions that make huge differences here on earth, the pragmatic world, when the rent is due, as my friend Frank says. The rent is due. It's so easy to pay the rent once you know when to buy or sell, or when things are oversold or overbought, or who you should surround yourself with, people that bleed you or people that feed you. Owen, why does life suck? Because you believe it does. Call me, 858-688-3294. I will change your perspective. We're going to say thank you before you go to bed. Thank you when you wake up. We're going to start finding the light, the love, and the lessons in your life so that you don't have to do anything. You get to do everything. You have the ability to find that, to learn to love everything. Your life sucks because you think it does. I'm going to change the way you think, say, do, and believe that your life is awesome. And then guess what? It will be. And all the things you want, all the things that exist, you will start clearing the interference between you and what you already are. You are not in a sucky life. You're in a blessed life. You are happy, healthy, wealthy, and worthy. You're just interfering with it. Reach out to me, my brother. I will help you. This is what I'm here for. These are the type of people that I do this for. We can change things very fast. Change the way you look at things, as Wayne Dyer had taught me, the things you look at will change, and that's what I'm here to, empower over 1 billion people to be happy. Oh, my number? Call me. Don't text me. Call me and leave me a message if I don't answer. 858-688-3294. You also can email me, david@dmeltzer.com, if you want, the open-ended question guides or a referral agreement, or you want, how to ask and to get what you want, the 5 daily practices or my books. Not a problem. Just reach out, though. Don't text me to that number. My text number is pinned below here. Call me and leave me a voice message. I will give 5 minutes to anyone. I will give 5 minutes to anyone, especially Owen, because I want Owen to be happy, and I do not want the perception that anyone's life sucks. You are blessed. And if you feel that, we will teach you to go out there and do good deeds and help somebody else. You will feel happy immediately. How to fix broken relationships, fix them within. You can't find outside of you what you can't find inside of you. Let's figure out what's broken inside ourselves, and our relationships will heal themselves equally and readily. How do we trust and vet? Do you have a guide? Oh, thanks. I did a training on Trust and Vet on Friday. It'll be released today on my podcast, The Playbook. Hopefully you've downloaded the playbook already. If you haven't, please do so. I've done over 21 years of trainings every Friday for free. Last week's was on trusting and vetting. And what you need to do is understand that when we vet someone, we are actually trusting them that they're telling the truth. See, the paradigm that we are too afraid to ask people the hard questions because we might embarrass them or feel uncomfortable is actually not trusting them. When you trust someone, you feel very comfortable asking them the hard questions because you're sure they'll explain why or what they said in an adequate way to provide value and honesty or integrity. Or you'll trust the fact that you trust them enough that if they've oversold, back and sell, lie, manipulate, or cheat, that you'll teach them a lesson and they'll forgive themselves and you'll forgive them as well. But you'll at least bring it to the surface so that you can make a critical business decision or life decision in a quantitative way by using the RIC, the Reasons, Impact, and Capability Analysis. I'm happy to send you that, the Reasons, Impact, and Capability Analysis, but you definitely want to listen to the playbook today. Download the playbook. Trust and Vet training is on there today. You will love it. You have to trust people, but vet the crap out of them. You will not have to go to blame, shame, and justification when things don't work out. If you trust and vet, you will increase your efficiency, your effectiveness, and your statistical success when you trust and vet. Where are you looking forward to traveling in the next month? I'm going all over. I'm going to Arizona to speak this week in Phoenix. I'm going to see our Sun Run guys. I'm going to see the Real Deal TV show for NBC. I'm going to see the Aaron Wagner, my man, real estate guru. I'm going to see a whole bunch of people in Utah. That's Utah. That's in September. This week is Phoenix. I got lost and I'm going to speak to our friends there and do a meetup just one day. But I will be going to Utah. I'll be going to New York. We have the 9/11 celebration and Ryan Serhant celebration and a bunch of meetups and business meetings. Maybe even see the great Gary Vee while I'm there. I haven't seen him in person since we were up in Buffalo together speaking. Anyway, there's so many good people in New York. I can't wait to be there. I'm also going, most importantly, I'll be in San Diego. We're going to do a huge meetup in San Diego next week. It is my wife's birthday and my anniversary, so I'll be working from our beach house in San Diego next week. We will be up at SoFi as well at our office this week. We're moving and grooving. I'm going to go to the Padre-Dodger game tomorrow with my son. That's what I'm going to do tomorrow night, and watch the Padres beat up on the Dodgers. I know that's not a popular sentiment, but I had to say it anyway. All right, let's see what else I'm doing. How do you know when it's time to keep going or time to call it quits? Never quit. Sorry, never quit. You can go ahead and pivot, change direction, but you're never quitting. Never stop. Always persistently pursue your potential. Use the unbelievable GPS of faith, meaning that when you get off at the wrong place, you have a flat tire, you end up somewhere that you don't want to be. Have faith that you'll end up somewhere better. Use faith to get you there, as well as the 3 laws of the universe. The law of gravity. Remind yourself when things aren't going well that I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. I'm at the right place at the perfect time. Then use the law, that's the law of gravity. Then use the law of Goya, get off your ass. So you're going to enjoy the consistent, persistent pursuit of your potential, not somebody else's, not what you don't want, not what's missing. And then, of course, the law of attraction, the law of allowance. So you're going to use that law of Goya to create a void for the universe to fill, to allow everything that you want, knowing your 5 daily values, your what, your who, your how, your now, and apply your why to those 4 things, and you'll expand, grow, and accelerate. You'll never quit. Right? You may not end up where you think you'll be because the great GPS of faith not only gets you back on track and reroutes you, but it gives you a better destination. The example that I love to use is imagine putting in your GPS your favorite sushi restaurant and you get lost and it tells you, okay, here's the directions to the sushi restaurant, but instead of taking you to the sushi restaurant you want to go to, I got a better sushi restaurant for you. That's what the universe does. Law of gravity, law of Goya, Goya, get off your ass, and the law of attraction, all incorporated into a conscious continuum to create your reality, one that's better than the one that you can think of because you're thinking of crumbs. Stop thinking of crumbs. Eat the whole meal. Live between infinity and limitlessness. You can do it. Never quit. completely, consistently enjoy the persistent pursuit of your potential. Everybody wants to say hi, Frank. Hi, Frank. I see you there. I see you there. Thank you, by the way. It's Ask Me Anything Monday. You ask the questions, I'll bring the answers. Every Monday I'm here just to answer people's questions, and best that I can do. Christina Madrigal, good morning, my dear. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hopefully I'll see you later today in our private coaching group. Something better is always coming, so we don't ever want to quit. Keep everything in motion in the constant continuum of the conscious. Did you meet a new person that made an impact on you this weekend in 100 million? I met so many people that had such an impact, especially my mastermind group. And Louise was incredible, and she's amazing, 2 exits, but just a variety of different people there, from top to bottom. All the people I met. Tim Grover was there, by the way. He always has a big impact on me. Marshall Falk, always. Tyson, always. Belfort, always. Bobby Castro, I don't know if you know this guy, always. Aaron Wagner, always. Josh, always. Averin, Joe Marion, Dan. You won't believe who shows up to these things. John Asseroff was there, always. And the list goes on and on and on. I am from Iraq. Bless everyone anywhere close to us as relativity. How do you teach someone a new skill? Okay, so there's 3 things you need to do with new skills. 1, you can be a teacher or a trainer. 2, to be a coach. Or 3, to be a mentor. You need to know the difference between the 3 in order to effectuate someone not only knowing a skill, but executing and making it their own, appreciating it, so you can give what you've received and then give it away to others with your appreciation, meaning your value that you've added to it, and then teach, coach, and mentor someone in order to effectuate their skills, their knowledge, and hopefully increase their desire. Their desire that they must be what they can be to be the best that they can be. Hey, David, in sales, how many no's do you expect to get before your yes? And can you explain your train of thought to receive no constantly and what to focus in on? Well, I have a 25 no rule, and it's just a framework that allows me to get excited when I get a no to remind me of the GPS of faith. So I have a 25 no rule that says, okay, I got a no, I'm not much closer to a yes. And so when I get a little bit weary on the 20th no, I just tell myself, oh, I'm almost there. I'm probably one of the most excited people when you get to 24 no's, because I know it's happening. I know it's right on the corner. Instead of most people get weary, they get more resistant, full, instead of effortless as no's come about. See, when someone gives me a no, it's an opportunity to learn. It's propelling me to a better place, a better position, just like a setback, a failure, or a mistake, just like struggles and pain. All indicators and turn signal I have a better place to be, not a stop sign to quit. Do not quit. If you want a great poem about do not quit, if you want a great poem about segmentation, acceleration, compound interest, and how things aggregate upon themselves when you have a positive mindset, heart set, and hand set, open heart, open hands, and open minds, open hearts, and open hands, you will see the universe open up in front of you with an extraordinary amount of abundance. But you got to have those 3 in place, and you can do it. Just don't quit. Look up Don't Quit, the poem. It's my favorite. I have it all over my office and my home just to remind you, do not quit. What's your greatest fear? That I will not recognize the triggers of the ego, which will create the fear where the blood leaves my brain. My greatest fear is that somehow I'll lose the capacity to understand the awareness and lessons that I've learned about the triggers of the ego that create interference in my life. My greatest fear is that I will allow fear to drive and lead me as I did before, that I will buy things I don't need to impress people I don't like, that I will create interference, that I will forget I am healthy, I am wealthy, I am worthy, I am happy, and I will lose the focus and perspective. What do I do to clear the interference from it? Not what do I do to go get happy, healthy, wealthy, and worthy. I am already that way. What am I doing to interfere with it? If I cannot identify the triggers of the ego, I will not be able to identify what's interfering with what I already am in the enjoyment of the consistent, persistent pursuit of my potential. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you for everybody for the questions. This is Ask Me Anything Monday. I'm always here on Instagram Live at Ask Me Anything. If you want today, later, to didn't get your question answered, join me on Clubhouse, 3 p.m. Email me if you don't know how to get into Clubhouse. I'll be doing Ask Me Anything on Clubhouse. I got meetups this week. I got go to Arizona. If you're in Arizona, please come meet me. I'll be there for the day. And then I'll be San Diego next week and Utah next week. So please, or the week after, sorry. But please meet me. Let's do this in person, Clubhouse, 3 p.m. Woo! Here we go. How does one forgive themselves? Wow, Frank. You hit me early on the Monday with the most powerful of all questions. Well, understanding what forgiveness is and the purpose of forgiveness. The purpose of forgiveness is to give us peace. Therefore, we do not forgive other people because they deserve it or they don't deserve it. We forgive ourselves, so we deserve it. We tell the truth to ourselves because we deserve it, and we can't give what we don't have. So if we have forgiveness in our heart, minds, and souls, we can give forgiveness. If we have all the lessons, we can give. We have money, we can give it. So I'm always focusing on receiving forgiveness as well as receiving the truth about myself. See, I used to have a need to be offended when people lied to me. And then I realized they could not lie to me if they weren't lying to themselves. And what a tragedy that is, right? That they're just lying to themselves. And so what I try to do is heal the fact and help people understand, what are you lying to yourself about, so you stop lying to others. See, let's get to the source of forgiveness and the source of truth. That is you. And you can't give what you don't have. And so we have to practice forgiveness and practice the truth. And these are the things that we do through 5 daily practices, which I give out for free to everybody. David@dmeltzer.com. See, if you know your what, personally, experientially, giving and receiving, if you know who can help you and who you can help, if you know how you can get that done by being a student in your calendar, living your life with the lenses of productivity, accessibility, and gratitude, and you know your now, how to prioritize what's most important to you, not somebody else, not what's missing, not what you don't want, but most important to you, you then can apply your why. And therefore, when you have the triggers of the ego, you create interferences, voids, shortages, obstacles, you experience struggles and pains and setbacks and failures, you can just forgive yourself and tell yourself the truth. And guess what? It allows you to have peace in your life because you can forgive other people and tell the truth to other people as well. You can't give what you don't have. You hear me? It's Ask Me Anything Monday. You ask me, I'll tell you what I know. Just remember my big lesson of ignorance. Only 2 types of people, and I'm one of them, the ignorant and the ignorant. There's ignorant, arrogant people that think they know everything, and they're great at projecting that out onto everything with judgments and conditions just to find out they were wrong. And then you have the ignorant, humble people that know what they don't know, and they realize that what they're saying is their best estimate according to where they are today. They're what, the who, the how, the now, and the why. And they live by a rule number 6 that Xander's taught. They don't take themselves so seriously. They just do the best they can, have fun, and learn lessons. Those are the 3 things that I tell my own kids. All I expect from you is to do your best, to learn something, and to have fun. I don't care what you're doing. Just do your best. Learn something and have fun. It's that simple. You'll be happy, healthy, wealthy, and worthy because you'll clear the interference between what you already are and the greatest source of love, light, and lessons, all right there for you. It's Ask Me Anything Monday. We're rocking and rolling. Ask me anything. You bring the questions. I'll bring the answers. I'll be back at 3 p.m. on Clubhouse. You're welcome to join me there. Email me, david@dmeltzer.com. If you want my ebook, audiobook, if you want me to sign a book, send it to you and pay for shipping, you want me to send one to a friend, a family member, not a problem. Email me, david@dmeltzer.com. What is your opinion on college and education? Kind of touched on this before. I love college. I love education. But I want you to think about the what, the who, the how, the now, and applying the why, and understanding your timing and risk tolerance. If you weren't here earlier, I said reach out to me so you can get my timing and risk tolerance doctrine to figure out, because when you are looking at college and education, you're making an investment. You're actually investing in the greatest thing that you have, the greatest asset that you carry. It includes the multi-trillion-dollar computer that exists between the 6 inches of your ears. Yes. That's right. You're investing in yourself. Whenever you make an investment, crypto, real estate, biotech, fintech, whatever you want, yourself. Whenever you make that investment, you got to know your timing and risk tolerance. And to do that, it is a pragmatic, procedural, templated thing that you can do to figure out your what, your who, your how, your now, and apply your why, to figure out the reasons, impacts, and capabilities, to understand the quantitative value and be able to articulate it to yourself. See, not just in sales is the key component of sales, being able to articulate the quantitative value to exceed what you're asking for. But that's the truth about yourself with forgiveness, truth, investment in yourself, timing, and risk tolerance. Can you articulate to yourself the value to exceed what you're asking for, like going to college or educating yourself in whatever capacity or wherever it is, personal development, speeches, online, whatever it is? I do not care. It's still timing and risk tolerance based. What is your greatest fear? Not being able to identify the triggers of my ego can cause a whole bunch of diminished capacity, more interference between me and what I already am. How do you accelerate results you would get in about 9 to 12 minutes into 3-6 minutes? Well, several different ways. One is focus, and two is practice. So what you pay attention to and what you give intention to, what you think, say, do, believe, and knowing and being able to align with the core competencies, the quantum memory of your personality traits, characteristics, obsessions, and addictions. All these things create more efficiency, effectiveness, and statistical success. I use the power of 64 to increase my productivity, my accessibility, and gratitude. I use the power of 64 to be more productive, to be more efficient and effective in what I do. If you want the power of 64, email me, david@dmeltzer.com. It's also in my book, david@dmeltzer.com. I'll send you everything for free. Don't worry about it. That's zero investment, and timing is immediate. So I'll immediately do that. So timing and risk tolerance, zero investment, and I will do it immediately. If that is aligned with what you want with any of the things that I've talked about, email me, david@dmeltzer.com. Beautiful, beautiful ROI on that. All right, it's Ask Me Anything Monday. I'm trying to get through all the questions that I can here on Monday. If I don't get to you, join me at 3 p.m. Pacific time on Clubhouse. I'll do the same thing there for the people that got left hanging, david@dmeltzer.com. What are your ways to shift your paradigm? Well, you give meaning to everything you see. So to shift your paradigm, using the 5 daily practices, looking within myself, consciously, subconsciously, and unconsciously, to understand what I think, say, do, and believe, and how it is having an impact on me and others, that is the best way. That is the best way. So continue to practice what you want by giving attention and intention, and those will equal the coincidences in your life. Consider it a mathematical equation of luck. What you pay attention to, what you give intention to, equals the coincidence you have. If you have books on audiobook, I do. I'll send them to you for free. David@dmeltzer.com. Ebook, audiobook. I'll sign a book, send it to you, family member, or a friend. David@dmeltzer.com. These are pinned right below with my text number. So go ahead and join me. We're rocking and rolling through all these questions, believe it or not. Here we go. Hi, Ashley. Good to see you. Meaning of FU. Oh, fear of. That's what it means. So if that's how you see things, once again, my cell phone, give me a call. David@dmeltzer.com is my email. My phone number, call me. Don't text me. 858-688-3294. 858-688-3294. Call me. Leave me a message if I don't answer. I'll call you back. I am available for 5 minutes for anyone to help you. So change all your fear ofs, those FUs, to JOs, right? Joy of. Fear of, no. Joy of missing out. Joy of other people's opinion. Joy of myself. I am happy, healthy, worthy, and wealthy. I would have nothing but joy of in my life, not FUs. So there we go. Financial unity would be a good FU, but I prefer the joy of financial. So JFU would be amazing. That's awesome. All right, last question. Here we go. If you did not get your question answered, join me 3 p.m. today on Clubhouse. Email me, david@dmeltzer.com. Call me, leave a voice message if I don't answer. And I promise you, you have 5 minutes with me, 5 minutes with anyone that wants. What advice can you share with me as a 21-year-old? Ask for help. The fastest way to get to where you want to be is to find someone who sits in the situation you want to be in and ask them for help. Oh my goodness, everybody loves to help, especially 21-year-olds. We've all been 21, those who sit in the situation that you want to be in. Most of us have been 21, and we would love to be able to elevate you, to elevate others. I am a celebrant, not a celebrity. I am of humble ignorance to help other people. So go ahead and use that humble ignorance to ask for help at 21, 31, 41, 51. It doesn't matter, 61 or 71. If you want to get somewhere, if you know your what, your who, your how, your now, and applying your why, find someone. The second step, knowing your who, is who you could be of service or value to and who can help you. You have to use open-ended questions. You lead them with closed-ended questions. I have a template if you're 21 years old in order to effectuate how do you ask for help. If you want the how do you ask for help document, please email me. It's one of my favorite ones. I will send you how to ask for help. Please. Do you know anyone that can help me? It's a very great document of open-ended, closed-ended questions and summaries, creating a quantitative value, both of what you can provide for others and what they can provide for you. Please, please live in ignorant humility. Ask for help. You don't know what you don't know. Best way to get to where you want to be is to ask someone that's already there for directions. It's that simple. All right. Remember, you can call me. You can email me, david@dmeltzer.com. I'll be back 3 p.m. Pacific time. I know we got a lot of questions that we're rocking and rolling I did not get to, but it's always a pleasure to be here. Remember, most importantly, be kind to your future self and do good deeds. We'll see you at 3 p.m. Thanks.